Welcome, Joy. We're starting with Parabola lesson 3 today, and we're going to be starting with trying these two questions out. Okay, and we've also got Zukanya joining us. Welcome. Malang. So yeah, as I've said, welcome to the Parabola lesson 3. So great to see a lot of you joining again. I hope that you've been revising the previous lessons that we've had. Yeah. Maybe if you can show me some signs, maybe you can show me a thumbs up or clapping hands or thumbs down, even if you feel. How have Parabolas been going so far? Have you revised your previous two lessons? You have. Well done. Okay, those of you whose mics are working and you can speak, you're welcome to unmute yourself and to say hello. It's so great to have you here today. Please, will you try out these two questions? Simplify, as we always have a little bit of a warm up in the start of the lesson, and then we can check with each other what the answers are. Tokozani, we've got Zukanya also, and Lisa, welcome. Hi, Lisa. You can type in the chat as well if you have an answer. You can use this sign here to the power of for the, like if it's x squared, you can use that as to the power, right? So you can type that in on your keyboard, you know, the little hat. You can type that in if you want. I know it's a bit hard to show the x squared in your answer. Okay, you can just show me a thumbs up if you're done. Then we can all have a look at the answers. Are you all writing exams at the moment? Who's writing exams at the moment? Yeah, Malang, you writing exams? Okay. Have you written maths as yet, Malang? Oh wow, lots of you. Sure. You guys must be studying very hard. Lots of exam prep. Ah, Zukanye. Also Lisa, both starting next week. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with the exams. Malang, you've written them already. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, I'll give you 2 more minutes and then we can start and have a look at the simplify. We've got squares here. The last time I gave you, we just had two brackets. Welcome, welcome. We've got Antatile also joining us right now. Valerie, Trish, Takozani, welcome. Antiretse, welcome. Also Ipileng. For those of you that are new to joining, remember you can, at the bottom of the screen, there are some where it says chat. You can press thumbs up. You can actually type in the chat. You can press thumbs down if you don't understand anything. You can press clapping hands. Yeah, you can even type hello, just as you've done there, Ipileng. Hi, Ipileng. Very great to have you here with us. We've got First as well. Okay, so yeah. Is it okay if we have a look at these answers? You can just show me a thumbs up if you're fine. Can we have a look at these two answers? Not yet? Okay, some of you are saying yes. Okay, some of you just joined now. Sisetu, Sipesihle, Sisanda. Let me look if anybody's typed answers. Remember, you can type your answer in the chat. Ribone, do you have an answer for us? For the first one? Ribone? Not yet? Can show me a sign? Zulkanye, you've got an answer for the first one? Yeah? You want to maybe type it in the chat? Yeah, then I can have a look at what it is. Okay. Sipesisha, you've given an answer x squared plus 9. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to now have a look at the first one, if I may, which is x plus 2 squared plus 5, right? Okay, Sizukani, you've given a different answer there. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite this question just so that I have the entire board to work with. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm first going to show the brackets as two brackets, right? Okay. So because it's squared, it's going to be x plus 2 times x plus 2 plus 5, which will give me x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 plus 5, which will then give me x squared plus 4x plus 9. I think it was Sipesihle, the middle term. Hey, when you have the x plus 2 squared, you have to show two brackets. Sometimes people, what they do, they just say x squared plus 4. So that's very important. You have to show it as two brackets, right? So here, NB, very important. Always show it as two brackets, right? And then multiply out and do FOIL, right? Not just timesing it in. You can't just times it in. That's not correct, right? So x squared plus 4x plus 9. Yeah. How many of you got this? You want to show me some sign? How many of you got this? Is it okay? Yeah? Is it okay? Is it okay? Okay, great. Cool. Okay. Great, great. Well done. Now we've got the second one. Let me just go back to see what it was. X plus 3 squared minus 9. I'm going to write it here. X plus 3 squared minus 9. Okay, let's try that one out. Anybody have an answer? You're welcome to type it in the chat. X plus 3 squared minus 9. X plus 3 squared minus 9. Who's got an answer? Who's got an answer? Valerie, do you have an answer for x plus 3 squared minus 9? Malang's given an x plus 3 squared minus 9. Yes, Malang, you're going to have to times it out. Lisa, you said it's x squared plus 6x. Sibesihle as well. Ipileng. Okay, cool. I'm getting answers there. Let's have a look. So you're going to show the bracket twice. So it's going to be x plus 3 minus 9. So it's going to give me x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9 minus 9, right? Yeah. So it's x squared plus 6x. Ooh, and the 9's cancel out. So we just left with x squared plus 6x. Well done, everybody. Great. That's excellent. Well done. Well done. That's great. Yay. And we're really going to use this today. We're going to use a lot of this today when we're going to do the new equation for the parabola today, right? Okay. So we're going to have to move on. Remember the last time we used the equation x minus x1, x minus x2. How many of you remember that? X minus x1, x minus x2. This was the equation we used the last time. How many of you remember this? Yeah? Okay. Did you all revise it? Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So today we're going to do the second type. So let me write this out. What color shall I use? Let's use green, right? So finding equation of parabola using the turning point formula. Turning point formula. Does anybody know what the turning point formula is? No. No, you haven't done this. You haven't done this. Let me show you. And you can tell me whether you've seen this before. Y equals A x minus p squared plus q. How many of you have seen this before? Oh, you've seen it. Okay, I see this. Some people have seen it. Nope, some people haven't. Okay, some people have seen it. Great. Okay, those of you that are okay, more and more people saying they've seen it. Those of you that haven't seen it, we're going to do it today. So it's y equals a x minus p squared plus q. Okay, so here the p and the q represent the turning point. Where the p is the x and the q is the y. Turning points. Okay. And remember, for a parabola, when we talk about the turning points means here. TP. Does this graph look familiar with the turning point? Have you seen this before? Yeah, we've done it before. So this is the TP. We found the TP. Remember, you used to find it minus b over 2a. You all have revised that, minus b over 2a. Now we're using here the TP formula. And remember, this is going to be P and Q, right? Okay. All right. So we've got this formula. Write it down. X minus P squared plus Q. Okay. Okay, you all ready to start with an example? Right. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, let's look at an example, okay? So the example that we're going to start with is this graph here. Okay, so we're going to just draw this graph here. And I've got a parabola. Okay, and then here we've got -3. And at the turning point, we've got 1 and -4. Okay, and there we go. This is your graph. We can give you an x-intercept as well of 3. Okay. Okay. Everybody can see this okay? Okay, great. So you draw your parabola. If it's possible, if you can mute yourself, if you're not speaking about the lesson. We've got y and we've got x here, right? Mm, okay. So we've got this parabola, we've got -3, and then we've got 3. What is the -3? Do you want to type in the chat? What do we call that? The -3. What do we call this? What do we call that? Y-intercept. Yes, we call it the y-intercept. And what do we call the 3? The 3. What do we call the 3? We call it the x-intercept. And what do we call this 1 and -4? Yes. Amazing. Well done. We've got the everything we need for this question. Now, we need to take this graph and put it into what form? We need to put it into the form y equals a x minus p squared plus q. Okay, we need to put it into the form y equals a x minus p squared plus q. So the first step, as we know, we always use different steps. So step 1, plug in the TP. TP is turning point, into P and Q. So we've got P equals to 1 and Q equals -4. So I've got Y equals A, x minus 1 squared minus 4. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, very important, it is x minus 1 squared because it is x minus p, see? That's why it's x minus 1. Do you all understand that? That it's x minus 1 because it's x minus p in the formula, huh? Okay, great. So if it was a minus, it would then have become a plus, yeah? Okay. I think my previous question for you is a minus, yeah. So here we've got y equals ax minus 1 squared minus 4. Are you all following so far? I've plugged in the p and the q. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to move on then to step 2. Step 2. So step 2, plug in another point and say another point on the graph, right? and find A. Okay. Plug in another point on the graph and find A. Okay. So we had the equation y equals A like this, right? Which point do you want to use? You know, we had, let me look now. I mean, we're going to see who says which point should we, shall we use the y-intercept or the x-intercept? You can just type the x or y in the comment. Shall we use the y-intercept or the x-intercept as the other point? We can't use both. We have to choose one. So what shall we use? You can just type the x or y. Which one do you want to use? Okay, it seemed like y is very popular, so I'm going to use y. Now, if we had to write the y as an ordered pair, like something, something, you know, x and y, as an ordered pair, how would I write my y? So I'm talking about an ordered pair like this. If I had to write my y-intercept here as an ordered pair, how would I write it as an ordered pair? If you can type in the chat, how would you write it as an ordered pair like this? Like an x and a y, how would you write the y-intercept? Yes, Antatile, well done. The x is 0 and the y is -3, right? Yeah. Okay. Malang, well done. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to use that ordered pair in here now, right? Step 2, we're going to use the ordered pair. So we're going to say, let me go back to this blue color. Such a nice blue. So we've got here, what are we plugging in? We're plugging in 0 and -3, right? Okay. So in the place of x, I'm going to plug in 0, and in the place of y, -3. So I'm going to say -3 equals to a 0 minus 1 squared minus 4, which then becomes -3a times 1 minus 4. Remember, -1 squared is 1. So it's 1 equals to a times 1. So a will equal 1. Okay, you all happy with how we found a? Okay, cool. So we've got A. Now we've got everything we need. Okay, we've got everything we need. So we've got P and Q and we've got A. So step 3. I see some of you are still writing. I'll give you a chance to write. Then we can look at step 3. Okay, how many of you are ready for step 3, the final step? Yeah, you all ready? Okay, great. High five. Okay, cool. Let's look at step 3. So step 3, the final step. We're going to plug in A, P, and Q. Remember, we found P and Q. Now we've got A, plug all three in, right? So step 3, plug P, Q, and A. So remember, our formula was y equals A x minus P squared plus Q. And we have P and we have Q and we have A. So it was -1, -4, and 1, right? So it's going to be y equals 1. And because it's 1 times, we can kind of get rid of that 1, because 1 times anything is just going to be that it's not going to make a difference, right? So it's x minus 1 squared minus 4. And that is our turning point equation for the graph of the parabola, where the P and Q are the turning points, right? Okay. I see a lot of you are writing away there. Apiwe, how's this looking? Apiwe, is it looking okay? Yeah, it's looking great. Okay. Trish, Trish, how's it looking? Are you understanding this? Yeah. Is your mic working, Trish? Okay. Do you want to say? Do you want to say hello? Hi, Trish. How's it looking so far? How's this equation? Is it okay? Okay. No, that's great. Okay. Glad to hear that, Trish. Are you ready, Trish, to try your own one? Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for that, Trish. Everybody, are you ready to try your own one? You are. Okay, great. Okay, I'm going to give you your own one now to try. And then you can all have a look and see your understanding. So just to recap, what did we have? We took the graph and we had P and Q. We took the P and Q, plugged it into the equation. After that, we found an equation in terms of P and Q with the turning point, and then we plugged in another point, which you could have used either the X or the Y, and we found A, and we took P, Q, and A and plugged it in to find an overall equation. Yes? So how many steps were they? Three. Three steps, right? And we can have a look at it now. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to give you your own one now. I'm going to draw it with you just so that we get a chance to draw it out. So this is your own question. Okay. That's good. And then here. Actually, I need to move this line here because this parabola is a little bit more to the top, right? So I'm just kind of draw it there. Yeah. Okay, so this parabola is a little bit centered more towards the left-hand side, but it is your full axis anyways, right? Okay, so I'm going to draw the parabola. Oh, what is this? Oh no. Stop. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's just draw it freehand. Okay, cool. So what color should I use? Let's use orange, right? So I'm going to draw this parabola out. Got a parabola there. And then we've got a turning point here, -3 and 1. And we need another point, which is here. 1 and 5. I'm just going to draw a dashed line here, which means that this is the turning point, right? Okay, so it's a turning point there of the parabola. And we've got -3 and 1. And then here on the top, we've got 1 and 5. Okay. Okay, everybody can see this okay? You can all see it okay? Okay. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to find the equation of the parabola in the form y equals a x minus p squared plus q. Okay. Do you think you can do this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about the rest of you? Okay. You confident. Great. Well done. Okay. So I am going to give you a few minutes to try this out. Um, okay, cool. Gonna give you a few minutes to try it out and then we can come with an answer. Okay. So let's first do step one. Step one is plugging in P and Q and then type in the chat to let me know what you have for step one, right? So let's first try step one. Then you can type in the chat and let me know what you get for step one, right? And this is 1 here, huh? 3 minus 3 and 1. Let's first try step one, and you can type in the chat. Let me know. Okay, I'm seeing I'm getting answers here. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anybody else have some answers for step one? Yeah. Can type your answers in the chat. Okay. I'm not seeing any answers. Anybody else want to share? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you there. Okay, we've got some other answers there. That's it. Good. Okay. Ooh, got a different answer there. Malang, you must check your signs as well. With that one at the end. Other people have different. Okay, great. You changed it. Okay. So you're happy with the plus one, eh? Yeah. Cool. Okay, Tsepang, you've also shared something. Tsepang, what happened to your A? Tsepang, your A, your A. Where's the A in the equation? Okay, we've got Valerie, we've got Lisa. Okay, cool. Who else hasn't answered? Yeah, Tsepang, you have to type that in again. So it's A, hey, A x minus p squared plus q. Okay, so let me write it out. So we've got here our turning point. What color should I use? What should I use? What should I use? Let's use green. So we've got here y equals, so this is step one. Lisa, you're saying I should use, should use blue. Okay, let's use blue. So we've got step one, right? So step one is y equals to a x minus p squared plus q. Okay. So I'm going to then plug in my P and Q. So it's going to be y equals a x minus 3 squared plus 1. Now remember, minus and minus gives me a plus. So it's x plus 3 squared plus 1. Okay. X plus 3 squared plus 1. Okay. Everybody got this answer? Okay. Cool. Okay. Anybody doesn't have this answer? You can show thumbs down if you don't have it. Okay, there's thumbs up there. Everybody got thumbs up. Okay. Cool, well done. Okay, so we've got step 1. Step 2, we need to find A. Let's go back to our diagram. We're going to plug in another point. What is the other point? Do you want to type in the chat? Let me know. What's the other point that we're going to use? Moline? Where's Moline? Is Moline still here? Nope, Moline fell away. We've got Ipileng. Ipileng, what is the other point? I see we've got some messages here in the chat. 1 and 5. Yes. Yes. Tepang, well done. Sipesihle, Lisa. Yeah. 1 and 5. Let's plug that in. Okay, plug it in for me and let's find A. So step 2 is going to be finding A. Okay, let's plug it in and find A. You can just type your A's answer in the chat once you're done, and we can all compare with each other. Okay, you can just type your answer in once you're done for A. I would say try and leave it as a fraction. Try and leave your answer as a fraction. Don't write it as a decimal, right? Leave your answer as a fraction. Okay, see, I've got one answer here from Ipileng. Rabone, that your A value, A, huh? Yeah, I'm getting lots of 1.5s. Okay. I'll give it another minute and then we can check. Okay. And we're plugging in 1 and 5. Remember, with 1 and 5, the x is 1 and the y is 5, right? Okay. Are you all ready to look at A? You all ready for A? Okay. Great. Okay. Let's have a look. So to find A, step 2, remember we plug in another point, right? Plug in another point and find A. So it's going to be, the other point E is going to be 1 and 5. So we're going to say Y equals A. In the place of X, I'm going to plug in 1, and in the place of Y, I'm going to plug in 5. So it's 5 equals A. I think that's it, yeah? So it's going to be 5 equals A, 4 squared plus 1. Okay. I'm going to take this 1 over. So it's 5 minus 1 equals to, what is 4 squared? It is 16. 16A. So 4 equals 16A. So A will equal to 4 over 16. How many of you got this? Yeah? And remember, this can simplify to, you divide the top and bottom by 4, so it's going to be 1 over 4. Oops, I shouldn't write it that way. Although it is what I'm meaning, but it looks weird when you write it like that. Okay, divided by 4. Divided by 4 like that. Okay, so it's 1 over 4. Is everybody with me? Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Am I seeing everybody? Okay, everybody with me? Okay, great. So it's 1 over 4 is going to be our A. So now we're ready to do our final equation. Okay, final equation. And remember, we plug in x, y, and p. So it's going to be y equals to 1 over 4 x plus 3 squared plus 1. And this is our final equation. Okay, so we've got our P, we've got our Q, and we've got our A. How's that looking? Are you happy? Happy, well done, well done, well done. Great work. Well done. Really amazing stuff from you guys. Well done. Really, really cool. Okay. So well done for the hard work that you put into this. Yeah, so it's y equals to 1 over 4 x plus 3 squared plus 1. Now we have done two different types of parabolas. So we're coming to the end of the lesson, but we're still going to let Alzan speak just now. But I just want to show you we've got two different types that we've done. We've done type 1, which was A. And we've done type 2. The turning point form here. Okay. So yeah, I'm very happy that you've done both, and I'm hoping that you've revised them. Okay, how are you feeling about the two types so far? Okay. Boitumelo, I think there's 3 buttons on the board. You just press the 3 buttons on the top right corner and you just say full size and it should come up the board. Yeah. Okay. So this is the end of the lesson today. So I'm going to stop sharing the board and we're going to get Elzan, your mentor, to speak to you now. Elzan, are you there?
Hello everyone, grade 11s. You guys are acing this, hey? I want you guys to give yourself a hand clap. Woo! Look at you spending a whole look at me with my maths. 35 minutes to 40 minutes on getting your math your math hat's on.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you guys if you have to rate yourself from 1 being that you still don't really understand the topic, and a 10 that you feel, okay, I'm acing this topic. What would you rate yourself? 10. We've got a 10 from Lisa. Wow. I'm only seeing 10s and 9s. You can be honest, eh? If there's some of you that feels you still need to improve, there's always room for improvement. We've got an 8 there. And the others, 9. I just don't know the first type. Thanks guys for sharing. Well, like I saw here, there's always room for improvement. Even if you are at a 9, you can still go to a 10. So tell me, what do you guys think we can do to improve from a 8 or 9 or 4 or 2 or whatever to a 10? What can we do during this week, this next week? Anyone? Sukanye, Trish, should I say it? Revise! Thank you! Who was that? Malang. Thank you guys. Yes, so we can revise, and I'm going to show you now how to do that. So like you see, I'm going to share my screen. Can you guys see the screen? So awesome. So we've done lesson 3 today, hey? Then there's still 4 lessons left. No, 3 lessons left. And I'm going to show you guys who did a lot of hard work during this last week. Let me show you. We're going to go to the leaderboard. So in first place, we've got Joy with 9 lessons. Well done, Joy. Then we've got Tokozani with 7 lessons. And then we've got only a third place because there's 3 people that got the same amount of lessons. And that's Isabella, Lisa, and Sesetu with 5 lessons. Well done, guys. Give yourself a pat on the back. Let's see if we can change these names next week. I'm sure you want your name to be on the leaderboard. And how can you revise? Where can you find the homework? You go onto the Watobi app. You choose the let's just see, the parabola. Oh no, functions and relationships topic. Then you go into parabola, and then you choose finding the equation of a parabola using the turning point. Okay, so now I can stop my screen and I can just say thank you to all of you for joining. I hope you've got a beautiful week further, and then we're looking forward to see you guys on Tuesday. Bye bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Take care
Take
and study
care.
well.
And a big shout out to Mr. Dipesh that helped us today as well, hey? Yay. Bye bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye. Okay, cool. Just remove those lost learners.
They're all gone.
Yay! How was it for you, Dipesh?
It was good. Is the recording still going on?
Yes.
Who's doing it? Emily? No. Yeah, no, it went well. I think that as the weeks are going by, it's